Hey, everybody. It's Eddie from Tokyo speaking to you from the United States just for a couple of more days, but I wanted to do a quick video because, well, wow, an emergency rate cut. The rate cut, which was a half a point, this is a 50 basis points. It's a large one. It's the biggest one since 2008, and it's all about keeping the markets liquid. So yesterday, Fed Chairman Jerome Powell and Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin, they led talks with leaders from the G7. Things are getting very serious. The stocks initially rallied sharply right after the announcement a couple of hours ago, but have since moved back into the red. I think that it is actually having an effect that is putting a little bit of fear into the markets. So you'll read an article, what I'm going to bring up here, from January 23rd, this is on payments.com, and you can see that the bank's biggest real-time liquidity challenge, which is real, is finally getting some serious attention, and they need to improve the treasury functions. And XRP, we know, at its core is liquidity. That liquidity is on demand, meaning available to make things far easier and with less friction to move money across borders. Now, just 2 days ago, the Bank of International Settlements, the BIS, came out with their quarterly report, and this is where they explain that technology is really impacting the banks and financial markets, including cross-border payments, which is what XRP can do like no other crypto asset. First, it points to the impact on liquidity, the potential of additional liquidity requirements if cash needs to be kept on the ledger should the banks use multiple DLT, distributed ledger technology platforms that are not interoperable. So you all know that Ripple is interoperable at its core. So I think you're going to see that in a world of reduced liquidity, they are not going to choose options that require to increase their cash on ledger needs. And in this quarterly report, it has a section completely dedicated to the decline of correspondent banking. And everyone knows that this is what XRP eliminates. It is the value that XRP brings. It's de-risking that foreign exchange requirement in regards to management, and also the capital cost to maintain. So Augustine Carstens, he's the general manager of the BIS, he wrote this 4-page comment, and I want to read just this portion here. So technology is expanding the options for cross-border payments, and while there are currently a small number of functioning examples, including in Mexico, South America, Switzerland, such as initiatives are being implemented or planned. If successful, these initiatives could help bank-based payment systems remain competitive with alternative arrangements. I think this is very easily citing Ripple's technology and what they call RippleNet. So I want to just tell you that I know the Mexican corridor is extremely liquid now, and there are lots of payment transfer companies tapping into that liquidity. But the South Africa and the Switzerland actually caught me by a little surprise. So I thought there must be something going on here. And if I look for South Africa, he could be pointing to Xago. In October, they announced its Ripple Gateway in South Africa, and they connect to the RippleNet to trade, send, and receive XRP in order to create liquidity for XRP in South Africa. Now, Bitcoin solved the double spending problem with with no need of a third party in regards to trust, but Ripple took this one step further. They have made it faster, more cost effective, and it's all occurring on a decentralized ledger. So it especially focuses on XRP, and you can see in the Xago blog that they cite that the use of RippleNet and XRP will enable cross-border payments in the future bypassing traditional payment rails. So the future might be just now. I don't know. This could be what the BIS general manager was referring to. Now, okay, what about Switzerland? Well, we do have an announcement that just occurred in the last few days. This is the Switzerland-based AMNIS group that partnered with Ripple to create an ecosystem first. And this is an article actually from March 2nd. And they are the first payment service in Switzerland to offer blockchain solutions to small and medium-sized enterprises. The organization has clearly stated that Ripple was the preferred choice over SWIFT. And in addition to that, Ripple has established itself as a major challenger to the current system in recent years. Ripple turns the SWIFT payment system upside down, the removal of the middleman in the form of that local correspondent bank. Okay, so it makes international money transfers significantly cheaper and more efficient. Ripple sees itself as a payment network and now supports almost all currencies. Ripple uses its On Demand Liquidity ODL feature to move capital around the globe, and partner companies also use the RippleNet, a global network of interconnected partners. So AMNIS, the customers of AMNIS will be able to send funds to, check out the corridors, Mexico, Philippines, and Thailand using RippleNet. I am just sure Thailand is live. We just haven't had the official announcement yet, but too many articles are pointing to that particular corridor. All right, and just last but definitely not least, no, Weiss, again, no, you're wrong again. You need to remove that novice or novices who are tweeting and have no clue what they are saying. I don't even need to explain it because Simran Alfonso does it for me in this article. She has been into Bitcoin since the early days, and now she works for the Switzerland firm Taurus Capital in the operations. That's a group that is a quantitative trading firm that builds portfolios with digital assets. And she makes it quite clear, because what Weiss tweeted out, that stablecoins provide more liquidity than XRP, and it was just unbelievable. So why use XRP when you could use a stablecoin? Well, there are three reasons why. One is the counterparty risk. Number two, liquidity. And number three, infrastructure. Ripple's ecosystem is built for the needs of its customers. Well, okay, so thank you, Simran. You made it very easy for me. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit fluff in regards to what's happening around the world. And yeah, the schools in Japan have closed. And there is a convenience chain called Lawson. They're like the 7-Elevens. They are donating onigiri. Onigiri is like a rice ball, even though this is a triangular shape. It is like a rice ball. It has a seaweed wrap on the outside with rice, and then something on the inside, which could be many, many different flavors. And so they are going to donate these to daycare centers since there are so many school closures. So the parents have had to, in record numbers, drop their kids off at daycare centers in Japan because of the closures. And so this convenience store chain is going to donate a total of 30,000 onigiris. They're going to do it in batches of 10,000 over a 3-week period. So these are just so yummy. And I will tell you that I didn't know this until I did a little bit of research on this fluff, that originally Lawson's was founded in Ohio in the United States. And they came to Japan in 1975, and now there's 14,000 of these convenience stores in and around Japan. I just had no idea. So what does it look like? Well, when you walk in, you'll find The shelves are just full. This is maybe the #1 item sold in the convenience stores in Japan. And inside the rice, you'll find plum, fish eggs, tuna. There's sometimes a plain salt style. There's a yummy seaweed kelp. And one of the favorites, a winner by a wide margin, is salmon. And it is definitely something you want to enjoy while you're in Japan. They are so cheap, usually just about $1, and you can eat them on the run or take them home and set them up on a plate where it will look something like this. And I just know you're going to enjoy it. So do take care today. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.